It's Tuesday, the 10th of March, 2026. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games, and it will be games this evening. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about finding a replacement for Real Racing 3, as we've only got 9 days left till it ends. So, I'll just get the iPad on screen. There we go. They're the games. 6 of them. Which ones will survive? If you've been watching closely my series on this, you'll already know the answer to this one. John enters the chat, waves his big pink hand saying hello. Hello, John. Welcome along. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. And Anki Troy 45 says, hello, how are you, mate? I am very well. I hope you are too. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Right, okay. Yeah, so, summary. There is no equivalent game to Real Racing 3. Let's get that one out of the way straight away. Why not? Well, first off, Real Racing 3 did used to get updated quite regularly, every 6 to 8 weeks. In every update, there were new cars, there were new series, and there were new competitions. No other game, as far as I can tell, has that. There are games that have certain aspects of that, but not the whole package. So, what we're going to have to do is choose a combination of games to get the equivalent of the whole package again. So, that's what we're going to do. John says, there is no real replacement. There isn't. Exactly. There is no real replacement. The other thing as well, I mean, one of the things I found about this game, there was just so much to do in it. Whether you were competing to win a car, competing to complete a series, or competing in weekly time trials or the weekly multiplayer online tournament. There was just so much. So I've sort of taken those elements and said, right, if no game matches those, what's the next best thing in terms of 2 games to try and achieve that? So 2 games I'm going to have to delete straight off. Basically, they weren't really racing games. They were sort of like open exploration games with racing in it. Not really my cup of tea at this moment in time. I do like exploring, but I just don't like doing it in a car. I like my guy to be out there walking, discovering life. Anyway, so Drive Zone, wasn't impressed with. That's gone. Boom. And unfortunately, Cars X Street is also gone. Piotr Kolawat says, Real Racing will be closed in 10 days forever. Yeah, indeed. And Melvin Lee says, Real Racing 3, hope to keep it alive. I tell you what, poor old Melvin Lee is struggling, bless him. Every day he comes on and says, Real Racing 3. He was very good in the weekly time trials, but now that that's gone, poor lad's suffering. Suffering he is. So, interesting enough, we'll get on to weekly time trial. It's interesting on that. It's not quite the same, but it is interesting. So that leaves us with Assoluto Racing, Grid Autosport, Grand Velociter, and Monoposto. Now, again, for those of you that have watched my streams for such a long time, you'll know as much as I do enjoy Formula One and motorsports, another thing I really like about Real Racing 3 is taking those production models cars, some of them obviously are very good, and driving them around racetracks. So I think you can guess which two are disappearing now. I'm afraid both Monoposto, whose adverts were just so annoying, so that's gone, and Grand Velociter, which, in fairness, that was okay. I didn't mind that, but that's gone as well. So it just leaves us with two games. Now, as I said, not one game can replace Real Racing 3. However, a combination of these two games may be able to. So, Assoluto Racing, what I like about that is that we've got a daily challenge. We do have multiplayer online racing, and there does appear to be a daily challenge of trying to get a lap in a certain time with different cars every day. It doesn't have the same way of sort of like car servicing or upgrading, but in terms of racing, it seems okay. So Assoluto Racing's on the list. Now, the problem I had while testing Grid Autosport is the fact that basically it's a game to buy. I downloaded the free version, of which within the game you could then purchase extra bits. But I already own the game on my Steam account. So, Grid Autosport, at least this version, the custom edition, is being removed. But it's in the club, and I'll be playing that on my PC, on my Steam account. They are the two winners. So, as of not next week, but the week after, I'll be doing at least one stream a week, racing Assoluto Racing and also Grid Autosports. They are the two winners, although to be fair, they're still very much a far distance second to Real Racing 3. But Real Racing 3 is going, so we have to find alternatives. Let's have a look. Drew Biddleton says, hello, Guardian. Hello back. Welcome along. Thanks for watching and saying hello in the chat. And Virtual Medical Dr. Ayaka says hello also. And bless him, he can't let go. Melvin Lee says, just wait and see ME7. Well, we'll see. I'm just not a fan of mods. Just let it go, man. Let it go. You're being a slave to EA. You need to break free of those EA chains. I have. Come and join me in the light side. Yes, the games aren't quite so good, but let's be honest, better to have a game and it not be ended by EA Sports. That's where I am at this moment in time. Right, so what I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to do effectively take those two winners. It's going to be about a 2-hour stream. And I'm going to do a bit of racing in Assoluto Racing. Let's see how much we get on with. And I'll talk about what I found, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And then depending on how long that lasts, I will at the very least bring up Grid Autosport. I've forgotten its name then. I'd forgotten its name. On my PC. And we'll have a look. It's going to be a slightly different view to what you see on screen. Yeah, so I'm still working on it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. John says, "Have Assoluto." There we go. So let's open this up. Now, since having the first play, I have now set up my logon credentials, so my game is now saved to the cloud. I've also turned off the music, so I don't get any horrible music. but we do get all the sound effects. So let's have a look and see how I've got on since. Now, this is my first time logging in today. Now, I have been trying my best to log in every day. You can see there, again, it's got a daily reward, but it works different from Real Racing 3. It's not a case of you have to log in every day and then at the end of the month you get your big reward. It seems like you just have to log in and eventually you get to this free car, of which I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days away from. So that's interesting. So I look forward to getting that car in 6 days 6 days time. It always tries to sell me loads of stuff though, which I'm not a fan of, but it's okay. I can look past it. Secondly, if you look at the top, the driver's helmet, you'll see them on level 7. Now, what a little complaint here, it's never obvious if you go up a level. So if I just click on this, player level, I literally had it on the other day and I jumped from level 3 immediately to level 7. It's a bit weird. Neil Rain enters the chat, says, yo back, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Anki Troy says, you watched the F1 2026 opener race in Australia. What's your opinion on the racing? Well, okay. Let's just have a little detour onto F1. I quite enjoyed the racing. I thought it was very interesting. There's a couple of things that have changed and the couple of things that haven't. So the one thing that hasn't changed is that Ferrari's tactics are still rubbish. They cannot have what they can't do. Ferrari is have dynamic tactics. I don't know who's in charge of tactics, but they're not dynamic. So as situation changes, they never change. So that's why I think they finished third. They couldn't change their tactics as and when the situation of the race changed. But what was very exciting is the fact that Ferrari off the start flew. Amazing start. And then the fact that they could keep pace with Mercedes, and Mercedes and Ferrari were swapping places left, right, and centre. That was very exciting. So I'd say the first third of the race was very exciting, and then the last 2/3 of the race it was a little bit mundane. The Australian Grand Prix tends to stick out as being a bit different from all the others, so it will be interesting what the next couple of races will be like. But I am definitely looking for Mercedes overall to have the faster pace car, but Ferrari to have a little bit more punch in terms of that acceleration, because it wasn't there just in the start. It was also there throughout the race. So it's an interesting thing. It sort of brings into tactics and strategy what we see in real racing, the difference between a car with a high top speed but maybe not quite as good at acceleration. Seeing that play out was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Predominantly, though, as I said, the first third of the Grand Prix race. Neil Rain says, by the way, which is your favourite motorsport? I'd have to say Formula One, I'm afraid. I personally think Formula E is a complete waste of time. I don't know why they do it. Right, so basically the good news is, in terms of, as far as I can tell, in the game, I had to get to level 4 or above. So I should have opened up as much as I can, and therefore I can do as much as I can. So that's good. So play level high enough that I can do some stuff. Now, just below the helmet to the left-hand side is the menu. And there's a gift box. So every now and then you get gifts. So what have I got today? Oh, that's all right. 100 gold and 10,000 credits. Now, I'm doing my best at this moment in time not to spend any of this, because I've got no idea of what the overall cost will be in this game. But what I did have a look at, and this probably gives you an example of what's going on, is I had a look at the cars. Now, I guess it's F being the worst and X being the best. What I found is I've obviously got the car that I've got is somewhere in here. Where is it? Is it right at the end? I bet it's right at the end. No, it isn't. Where is it? Where's the? I think it's a. Is it a Peugeot I've got? No, no, no. Where is it? Could have sworn I got one of these cars somewhere. Is that it? No. Oh, I can't find it. Oh yeah, there we go. No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the car I've got. The RCZ limited edition. Oh, that's a limited edition, so maybe not. But what car have I got? I've only got the one. Yeah. Anyway, basically, back to the dealership. What I noticed is the cars aren't cheap. There doesn't seem to be an opportunity to win cars. So that's something that I'm going to be exploring this evening to see what's available. But it does look like after so many daily going into the game, you do get given a car to win. That'd be interesting how that works out. Where am I going? Right. So let's just say go to Group A. Now, that's the bit that worries me. Everything's an import. I've got no idea what that means. Oh, there we go. I can purchase a car. I could purchase that car. It's only a Ford Focus, admittedly an RS. As I said, at the moment I'm holding off buying any car. But what I did do and found this interesting, if you go to import, it looks like you're almost like taking a risk to import a car. Because it says import times 7, 500 gold, guaranteed. And I thought, is that guaranteeing 7 cars or guaranteeing one of the imports will be a car? I don't know. Not looked into that. Holding off just for the moment, but we'll have a closer look a little bit down the line. Um, but what I did notice is some of these cars are very expensive. I'm struggling to find them. Is it in S? There's quite a few 1,000. See, they're all bloody imports, but there are some that are like 1,000 gold. But I can't find them unfortunately at the moment. Input. There we go. Well, that's not too bad. 460. 460 gold. 530. See, here we go. It's going up. 590. 600 gold. To be fair, that looks a nice car. I would be tempted to get that. But again, I don't know if there's a strategy that you probably should work from F to D to C to B to A, just to, as the cars get faster, you gain that experience. One of the things I found is the daily challenge is a different car, and yesterday's car was an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. But let's have a look. So, if we go into race, you'll see I've got all the bits now open. Single player race, ranked events. I've got no idea what that is. We'll have a look in a bit. Multiplayer and challenge events. So challenge events is new because I think it's a daily task. In fact, oh, look at this. We've got 2. Normally there's just 1. Now there is a daily challenge every day, which is typically getting around a lap. So let's have a look. This is... This is a lap. It doesn't tell me which one it is. Oh, the AR official time attack. No, I don't think that's it, actually. With the Chevrolet Camaro SS Race Spec 2016. I'll be perfectly honest. I haven't been brilliant at these. I'm normally okay to get a bronze, which is, I think in Real Racing Free Talk, is Group C. Occasionally, I have got into silver, Group B, but it's very rare I get gold, Group, what I'm calling Group A. But let's have a go. Let's give this a go. Now, the other thing I can't quite get my head around is the controls. You see there at the moment, I have got some assistance. Although I've got traction control off, I've got steering assistant at the moment at 100%. I can't figure this out. The diff axle, I don't know what that means. I'll worry about that another day. At the moment, I'm just wanting to race. I hope I'm not going to get hit for the music. Now, first thing to note, if I just move this left to right, one of the big problems with Assoluto racing is when you turn, oops daisy, when you turn, you're turning. Oh, I've already messed it up. You're turning from the centre of the car. In other words, oh dear, I've completely rubbished that up. Let's try that again. You're turning from the middle of the car where there's no wheels. It should be turning from the front. So graphically, I find it very frustrating. However, it's still one of the better games out there, and the graphics do look good. But as you can see, look, it just doesn't feel like it's turning from the front to me. But yeah, and I have a big problem controlling the car as well. Way, yeah. Oh. So again, what I find is, like time trial, is that I do a rubbish time, and then slowly but surely I get better. But another gripe I've got is I just don't get the feel of these cars like I do with Real Racing 3. I mean, look at that. I'm going to be over 118, but to be fair, that was a rubbish lap, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not going to be a million miles outside of 118. There we go. A one. Right. Second gripe. Okay, it's told me there I failed. What it hasn't done is given me on screen on the fail page the time. I've got no idea. But if I do a retry and it is the fastest time I've set, the time does appear. So that is a bit frustrating. It's a bit loud. Let me just turn it down a bit. Oh dear. All right, I've already lost 2 seconds. I'm not too worried. Let's go round again. Let's go round again. Now what I haven't got the hang of is driving this bloody thing. I think the idea is you are supposed to be able to drift a bit with this car. But I hate the drifting. It's not how you would race normally. Yeah, so I'm doing a terrible job there. Okay, so it's 50 seconds there. That's the. Let's see how we do from here. Yeah, no surprise, I'm going to be slower. Just a little bit slower. But bearing in mind I lost 2 seconds at the start, that's an improvement. Virtual Medical Dr. Yaka says many JDM cars. There are lots of cars in the game, that's for sure, and they do look graphically they look pretty good. I can't get my head around how it doesn't feel that you're turning the two front wheels. It's not. It feels like it's the middle of the car's turning, not the end of the car. Mikhail Mistal enters the chat, says, "Good evening. Good evening back, sir." Yeah, so I really am in sort of like novice mode at this moment in time with this car. Right, let's see if we can get at least bronze. Hey, there you go. Yeah. Still struggling to get the hang of this. I found that sometimes just tapping the acceleration or the brakes makes it a bit smoother. So I'm sure can't be right. There we go. Come on. Under 118. Come on. There we go. 116.876. It's like I've got into Group C. Normally I'd be happy with that, but I am finding I can push into Group B. I just haven't really got into Group A yet. I'm calling it. So we don't call it Group A, B, and C. What do we call it? Gold, silver, or bronze? The other thing that would be good to have on, which I don't think you can, would have been to have a shadow. Oh, look at that, 44 seconds to that point. That's 6 seconds. We can do this. Come on, might get to 115 here. Get in. There we go. Silver. Boom. Now, I know some of you out there, you'd be heading for gold, and I don't blame you, but I'm telling you now, silver's not bad. It feels like Group B, which I could never get into. In fairness, it's not based on a percentage, is it? It's based on just a set time. But that was pretty good. I was quite happy with that time. We'll do a couple more. Do a couple more. But did you notice there? I found it a lot smoother just by gently braking, gently accelerating. I can't help but think I've already messed up here. Feel like I'm not going to, yeah, quite a bit slower this time. About a second slower. Yeah, it's not been quite as good as drive. At least I haven't turned the car around for a bit. Shh, don't say that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it in 115. There we go. We'll call it silver. That's not bad. Uh, Drew Badutter says, nice outfit, Guardian. Thank you very much. Yes. Branded, branded tops coming soon. Testing them out. Have been for a while, to be fair. But apparently this was in its way, so nobody saw. Okay, so let's leave that there. Let's have a look around the other parts of the game. Now, as with Real Racing 3, you can play daily ads and you get rewards, but you also get other things as well. And it seems a little bit more sort of condensed. So you haven't got to play loads and loads of adverts to get gold. You literally get a gold for every ad you play. And then once you've done 10 ads, you get an additional reward, which is that's okay. It's a good way for beginners to start picking some stuff up. Now, there was another challenge. Now, I'll tell you what, that's interesting, right? If I go into it, and you can sort of see, maybe I need to press, that's what I've got to do, right? I've got to press the icon at the top there. Right, okay, so let's have a look at this Australian Grand Prix 2026. Now, again, here's another difference. You just lent the car. You just lent the car. There's no upgrades to be applied to it, and you can race it. So, for all you Formula One fans out there, look at this. We've got a Formula One car-ish. Now, what's the betting? I end up flying off with this thing. Yeah, it's another thing as well that I find problematic with this car is, oh, this is cool. Um, the shadows don't feel right. Well, what's the irony of it? I'm getting on better with the Formula One car. This is brilliant. Oh, almost lost it there. I haven't done very well though. Because obviously, I'm obviously braking when I don't need to. So I've got some improvement to be had. See, there again, it says fail, doesn't put on the time. Now, I think it was about 108. So obviously, that's my first go. It will count now as my fastest time. It's those little things about this game that I find quite frustrating. It doesn't feel like the finished article as a result. They are. I've got 9 seconds to improve on. So I think some of these corners I can probably just fly around. Or maybe not. I think I probably could have done that, to be fair. Oh, blinking egg. Restart. Let's try again. So, I am enjoying the racing in this game, to be fair. It's okay. But I think the difference is, I mean, and it's to be expected. Whereas I felt, even though I wasn't one of the best, I felt like I'd mastered Real Racing 3. Not feeling that at this moment in time with Assoluto Racing. Oh, sod off. There's an example. Okay. So I think I was 4 seconds quicker there, but still another 5 seconds I've got to find. Oh, blimey, no, I wasn't. Oh, I think it counted adds on the time you're off track as well. So as always, I feel like I get better and better the more I do. Oh, apart from that bit, I actually feel like I'm slower this lap though. Yeah, slower. This is gonna be hard work. This is. It's going to be hard to get bronze. I do think it's because I'm braking too much. I don't trust the car enough yet. A 16432. 5 seconds off getting bronze, man. Although I do think the target's quite hard. Right on the edge there. Oh, that was looking good. That was looking good. Let's try that again. Yeah, so I think the problem is we're missing our events, aren't we? Which is why we've got the other game, Grid Auto Sports. Let's let's try again. Lost a bit of time there because of an acceleration fail. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone again. What's going on? What is going on? Oh. Yeah, so this is going to be fun, isn't it? If this is the winner. Oh dear. Okay, a little bit quicker there. I'm still nowhere near getting a bronze. 104, I think that was. Again, I don't like that it doesn't tell you in the, the finish page. Even if it's a failed page. A 104. Right, we're only 3.5 seconds from getting a bronze. Oh, that was a lot better. That was almost 1 minute 2 seconds. So we're getting there. We're almost there. Abdullah enters the chat, says hi. Was watching UEFA, missed the start. Don't worry. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Thank you for watching and saying hi in the chat. Hope you are doing well. Yes. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm struggling a bit with this game though. Struggling a bit with this game. I'll be honest. Confirm. I really hope I don't get a flipping copyright strike for that bloody music. A bit slower. Was a little bit slower that time. We're a little bit slower. So we're almost we're only a second from getting bronze. So we're getting there. And if you can tell just by my lap, I think there's got to be 2 or 3 seconds to be had if I can put it all together. That's why it would be good to have a shadow. Doesn't look like you can though. Whee! I think that was a 1.013, something like that. So we're almost there. Almost. They are 1 minute, 1 second, 0.332. We're almost there. Come on. Let's get this put together now. There we go. We got bronze. We did it. Abdullah says, well, it might be about 800 days till you master it. Yeah, there is that. There is that. It says, like you did in Real Racing 3. Okay, cheeky. Right, okay, so we have at least got bronze. We'll have another go. I do feel like I'm getting better. But the cars, in fairness, a little bit like Real Racing 3, they drive so very differently. The Oh, 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 why? I've got my finger on the acceleration. Bloody game. Oh, sod you. Bloody iPad. I might need to clean it. That's what I might need to do. Blinking heck. All right, I think I'm doing all right on that bit. Maybe not so well on this bit. Again. Acceleration function cost me there. In fairness, it is all to do with my greasy palms and a known fault on iPads. Drew Badutti says, Guardian, how's the Josh? I don't know what that means. So I can't answer that. I've got no idea. Let's try again. Come on. Please don't fail me. One more go. Let's see how we get on. Maybe, maybe another go. Just finding the limits. Just finding the limits. And yeah. To be fair, I am getting into it. But that's more of a competitive nature, I think, really. Right. Come on. Yeah, I've probably. Oh, why? This is what. Right. There's a problem. I don't think it's just the. I'm going to swear. I'm going to swear. Bloody iPad. Ugh. Neil Rain says try Nürburgring. Oh, hang on. Restart again. What was else? You should say I, sir. Oh, right, okay. It's a military thing. Oh, that's probably why I don't know it. That's probably why I don't know it. Right. I will try some other courses as per your request. Neil Rain says try Nürburgring. We will have a. In fact, I do believe this is like the crazy circuit in this game as well. The crazy German circuit. Maybe that's the one you're on about. No, maybe not. But we'll have a look. Yeah, it's a little bit sensitive as well. I think the game in terms of you having to put your finger on a particular place for the acceleration, which is proving to be very frustrating. If you could see the screen on my iPad, you can see exactly where my fingerprints are. And I suspect it's the grease from just the not the grease, but you know what I mean. Just the touch of my hands that's messing up that acceleration. Let's try one more time. We might have to settle for bronze, but you know you've got a daily challenge on this stuff, so you know that's all right. That's quite good fun. Oh, fine. We'll exit there. We'll accept we only got bronze there. There we go. But we do get some sort of token. No idea what you use that for. Um, we'll find out. Yeah, that's the other thing. You've got all these tokens, but I've got no idea where that stuff is kept. None whatsoever. Right, so back into race. We've done challenged events. What's ranked events? What's this? Right, okay, there we go. Right, let's have a go at this. Let's have a go at this. Now, there's something that's locked, but I wonder if that just means it's not on every day. So I've got two challenges. I'm actually going to do the Suzuki first because it looks like that's a lower level car and therefore might be a little bit more forgiving than what the Porsche is. That might backfire quickly on me. So, the ARC qualifier round two. Race now for free. Okay, let's have a look at the reward tiers. Participation rewards. Okay, let's race for free. I wonder if those wheel things is what some of these need. So I've got traction control 0, ABS on, steer assist 100%. We'll see. Oh, blinking heck. Again, the graphics are cool. I'm loving the graphics. I just feel the car drives from the middle. And I haven't figured out my braking points yet. Oh, oh, what's this? What's going on here? I get points for drifting. Blinking heck. So I'm getting combo points, but I've got no idea what it's for. Oh, I feel like my thing's counting down. So maybe I'm not. It's not counting down in terms of completing a lap. Is it something to do with points? Yeah, drift points. Is that what, maybe I should have read the instructions on the front page. So where have I finished? Oh my good grief. So I got 546 drift points and somebody at the top got 64,000. I mean, it might have helped if I knew that's what I had to do. Let's have a look. See, again, you see that it says experience points 3,000, but it doesn't give you an icon about what it's against. So it just doesn't make any sense. Right. It just right. So art qualifier round two drift, and then we've got a race. Okay, fine. We'll do the race then, and we can race for free. We've got to do it in 2 minutes. That's not going to happen. Abdullah says, I think Grid Autosport is a good candidate, but it's paid. It is, but I've already got it apparently. So with Steam, Steam has lots of sales during the year. So I will have bought it for like an 80% discount or something silly like that. So I've got loads of games that I've spent like I've paid £2 for, and quite a lot of games I've not I've not even played. I've also got some big games in my on my Steam account as well. So 2 minutes. Are we going left or right? I think we're going left. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've just got no idea where the breaking points are. And now I've got a problem with the acceleration. See what I mean? Honestly, this is one of the better games as well, and I'm already getting fed up of it. I just can't. I just can't drive. I just can't drive with any of the cars. Exit. Except I'm sorry, you what I mean. I get the car that I've got on. It's great. Don't have a problem with it. All the other cars do what I just did. Anyway, let's give this another go. 2 minutes, probably 3 minutes of torture. Oh, right. Why have you done that? I hate this game. Fucking hate this game. Oh dear. Yeah, yeah. I hate this game. Well, actually, do you know what? I hate that event. So let me show you what I mean. So if I just go into the single races, for example, and do single player race, and just do a custom race. So I'll not do a long one. Let's have a look at what we've got. Let's have a look. Let's do the AR official raceway. Now uses my car. There we are. I have got the RCZ Limited Edition 10. How come it wanted me to buy another one if I've already got it? Stupid game. Who used to say that? Oh, we're off already. Right, so I'm in second. Again, it's weird. It puts you up against absolute rubbish cars, but I guess all the cars are in the same category as mine. So look, right, but that guy came back at me. Oh, again, it feels like it's another Real Racing 3 issue. Incredibly fast on the straights and then absolutely rubbish on the corners. I see, there you go. I've only got second place. But again, no crashing, so second place. There we go. So again, I get the experience points. Doesn't give you an idea if I've gone up or out. It's just weird. As I say, I just feel this game is half finished. There you go. I've gone up to, and again, I got the reward, but it doesn't tell you I've gone up an experience point. So I'm up to level 8 as a player. Now, you were saying about, right, okay, so I think if I have to come out of here, if I go to free run, I think we've got here we go. Right, so we've got Nürburgring. We can have a go at that. Look at that, 20,000 meters. Why do you do it in meters, man? To be now, ooh, hang on. Settings. We can change that. I'm sure we can. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can change it. Menu. There we go. Configuration. Other. Okay, maybe not. Interface. Display sector times. Speed unit. Miles per hour. Okay. Maybe you can't change meters then. No. Yeah, so there's nothing about a shadow, unfortunately. I turned off the dynamic cam rotation because a few of you said that was giving you a headache. So I thought, don't want that. Don't want that. Right. Okay. Got the music off. Sound volume is on. Right. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do there. So let's have a go then at this silly um, single player free run. Nürburgring, but it's at night. I don't want to do it at night. I'll do it. There we go. There we go. Let's do it during the day. Let's give that a go. Yeah. And it's a race as well, is it? One lap, because that'll be long enough. I feel like it's borrowed the music from an old game called Outrun. Reminds me of the arcades in the 1980s, or possibly even 90s. So, I mean, again, just look at the graphics. They're good, but as I said, I just feel that the car is being driven from the centre in terms of turning. So it just feels wrong and weird. Oh, it's a shame it doesn't tell you how many meters you've completed at this point. Whoops, a daisy. Bit of paintwork damage. Oh, hello, acceleration playing up. So this game was won, but I tell you, it's no real racing 3. But at least I can get on with it, kind of. Oh dear. More paintwork damage. Oh dear. Oh, I've just realised I've not turned the audio on. I do apologise. Let me get the audio on. Deary me. You plonker, Tony. Sorry. Anyway, we've got audio now. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time, I think, to get into this game. But it's all, there's no, it feels like there's no series to complete. So the problem with this game is you haven't got a completion percentage. I mean, again, look at that scenery there. That's beautiful. New sound barriers. Like it. So I've got a long way to go, I think, till I've completed this lap. I mean, what's 20,000 meters? What's that? 20 kilometers? So what's that? 12 miles? we're an hour 14 minutes into the stream. So I'm probably not going to get a great deal of time on the other game, which is fine. Don't have a problem with that. Oh dear. Oh, flipping heck. Right, any guesses how long it's going to take me to do one lap? I think it's about, well, it's 20 kilometres, then it's about, what, 12 miles? Maybe 13 miles. So what do we think? Do we think it's going to take me 13 minutes at the very least? Vehicle moving off track there, or was it stationary? I couldn't tell. Wasn't really paying attention, then it caught it at the back of my eye. Okay, so 6.5 minutes into this lap. I've got no idea where I am. Oh. 7 minutes into the lap. See what I mean about this car not really losing traction like I have been with the other cars. Strange. Acceleration keeps backing up. Can't decide if that's the game or my iPad. I feel it's Sunday and I'm going for a leisurely country drive. Just saw then that car turning from the middle of its axes rather than from the front two wheels. Alright, 9 minutes into this lap. Blimey, it's a long one. Abdullah says crazy long races in this game. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing one of those 24-hour endurance ones. go. Blinking out, I did that in 10 minutes. Tony, the record's 2 minutes. Oh. Right. Abdullah says, yeah, I was thinking something was off. I just couldn't figure out what it was. Apparently it was the audio, yeah. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Right, okay. So, okay, that was all interesting. Now, what I did take a look at is driving. Look at that. So, beginner class, I'm at 96%. An intermediate class, 56%. Advanced class, 6%. No surprise there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just go back to beginner and see which one I didn't quite get. There we go. So, a full lap in 1 minute, 26 seconds. Well, let's go it, and we did it in 1:27.08. Let's have a couple of goes at this. See if we can get at least the beginner tests all to goal. Oh no! Stop it! Stop it! Look at the acceleration flashing. My fingers on the iPad. Stop it! Bloody game. I don't think I've ever said that so much in a stream. Yeah, it's... this is going to be annoying. First attempt for a while. What have I got? 1:33. Right, we're going to do this a couple of times, see how we get on. Massiaj Gamer says, good evening. Good evening, sir. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Do you know what? I might end up just doing this one. We'll do a separate stream, I think, for Grid Autosport. What I might do at the very end is just show you the different config. See if it works. See if it's good enough. Oh, stop! No, no! Stop it with the acceleration! Close are we? Not that close. Well, we're quicker at 1:31.441. I can see why I didn't get gold in this now. I thought surely I can get gold in this. I'm 5 seconds off getting gold there. But it's not being helped by the messed up acceleration problem, which feels a lot worse in this game than it does when it occurs in Real Racing 3. There you go, look. Messing up. Stop messing up. Very frustrating. Oh, it's so frustrating, this game. You do have to put your finger on a certain spot though, whereas you can have half the screen. I don't know why it's done like that. I'm going to be close, I think. There we go, still bronze. Still bronze. A 128.408. That's as close as I've got up to this point. I just need to fix this acceleration problem out. It's a real pain. Ruins it. It just ruins it. And I do think it's more of an iPad issue than a game issue. But what's not helping it is the fact your finger's got to be on a certain area. You can't just move it about. Look, look, no! Stop it! And again, stop it! Why won't you let me select you? Stupid game. I'm just trying to remember who says that. Stupid game. No, I can't do it because of the stupid acceleration problem. Stupid. Right, so my finger's on it, but you watch the acceleration all of a sudden it'll start flashing. Doing my head in, this is. It's no Real Racing 3. There is no Real Racing 3. We've all got to just make do with crap games. I mean, hopefully Grid Autosport will be a lot better. I may end up dropping this, to be fair. It's things like that that cost me time. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. $129.5. Bloody rubbish at this game I am. Absolute rubbish at this game. Right, okay, let's try again. Come on, we can do this. 1:27.008 is the fastest time I've done, and I need to do a 1:26. The best time I've done today is a 1:28. You've just messed me up. You've cost me a second on the home. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Look what he's doing! Stop it! Bloody game! That cost me there. That cost me. Oh. Why? I don't think my iPad can cut it with this game. I don't think I can cut it with this game. This was the winner, and I hate it. I am just going to go back to watching TV or something. I don't know. Play a different game. Okay. Oh, we're close. Yeah, I reckon I'm 2 seconds slower than my best time today. Flying off. Maybe I wasn't really. Right, okay. So I've got to do it in under 1:26. Just going to be outside, I think. There we go, a 1:27.1. That is my best time today. So we are getting there, but I'll tell you what, there's still plenty of improvement to be had. I feel like I've just lost 2 seconds there. Man, this is a frustrating game. I'm not sure I can do a series on this game, you know, even though it's the winner. Don't know. Don't feel like I'm getting any enjoyment. Well, not the same enjoyment that I'd get from Real Racing 3. And that is the bit that's annoying me. that acceleration problem. It's ruining the game experience for me. There it goes again. Why? 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 But if I put my thumb on it, which is not a natural position, it's fine. Okay. I have to do that. Okay, I'm going to have to do the thumbs on both. It's an uncomfortable position though for me. Shame, shame, shame. And for some reason, the audio for me keeps going down. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. Right, Abdullah says, gotta go, sir. Sleepy, sleepy. We'll watch next time. Hope we find a suitable game. Good night and stay blessed. And you too, sir. And we won't. Although I am looking forward to giving Grid Auto Sport a go, but we'll see, we'll see. Come on. Right, I'm having to hold the iPad as if it's a steering wheel, which just feels wrong, because it's obviously not. Fastest time so far, a 1:26.87, and I know I can go faster. Let's see if we can do it this time. Come on. Yeah, I've got a bit of a funny angle playing this game now. Let's try again. Lost time there. Yeah, didn't think I needed to brake there. even quicker. 26,574. Fantastic. Right, I see the problem. It only puts your time on screen if you get either a gold, silver or bronze. I think it should as well put your time up even if you don't achieve, so you know where you are. There we go. 0.3 seconds quicker, and I think there's more time to be had. And now that I've sorted out the acceleration problem, I don't like the viewing though, and it's problematic with the I'm going to have to put this here, which means blocking out yet again. Right, stop, messed up, restart, which means blocking out my cool top, but there you go, that's just how it is. Let's see how we get on. Come on. So we've been playing now for 1 hour 40. So to be fair, I'm whinging and moaning about this game, but time has flown by. I was on for it then. I was on for it. Come on, we can do this. If we do it, I think we'll end the stream there. I will just maybe quickly show you the setup for the other game. We'll actually go into it. I don't think we've really got the time. There you go. Right, don't need to brake during this bit. Don't think I've done it. Nowhere near. That being said, I have improved the time. So I see this one being quite frustrating as a game, but we're going to carry on with it. We are making progress. I just feel the requirement to get gold on this. Come on. Felt good. I'm not sure it necessarily was, but it felt good. Yeah! Yeah! Blimey, that was hard work. There we go. And then I smashed it out the park. Fantastic. 25.474. That is at least beginner completed. Hello, this is new. Oh, I got a custom 07. Whoopee. Right, okay, there we go. There we go. Look at that. 100% for beginner class. Whew. That was a lot of hard work, but we got there. Right, okay, so what time? So we're at 1 hour 45 minutes. Let's call it a day there with the game. Is there anything else we need to have a look at? I don't think there is. I mean, how did I do on the ranked events? I didn't do any good, did I? Current rank 3,554. Yeah, I didn't do very good at all. Should I have another go with the 911 Turbo? Do you know what? Yeah, let's focus on this game for 2 hours, and then we'll do a separate stream for the Grid Autosport. And as I said, as of week after next, there'll be one stream for Assoluto Racing and one stream for Grid Autosports. I was absolutely rubbish with this car, so maybe just take it easy. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that though. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. But why is it doing that? That's crap. Yeah, I mean, there are some serious problems in this game. As I said, it's one of the better games. This car can't do corners. And I've gone back to my old driving style as well. So I've got a problem with the acceleration. Why? Honestly, the physics on this make no sense whatsoever for me. So very disappointing. Now, obviously, the best time was at 2 minutes, and I'm only 2/3 of the way through the course, and I'm at 2.5 minutes already. Yeah, oh, it's going to be painful, isn't it? So where did I finish? So I'm 5,211. And I feel like I don't ever want to race that car again. It's not like the same car in Real Racing 3. This is what we're going to get all the time now, I'm afraid. It's not as good as Real Racing 3. Right, I did better. I did better at the drift. You know what? Let's do the drift again. Now that we know we've got to do a drift. I'm very good at drifting because I can't control the car for love or money. Let's do the drift again. Come on. But you see, again, the problem is it's not proper racing, and it's not counting towards completion. This is what the game misses. There you go, dead easy. I'm not actually scoring any points. Oh, I go off track and my points don't count. Oh, do you know what? I've actually done worse than I did the first time. So I can drift for all I want, but I can't drift in the right place. How do you bank your points? There we go, banks those points. Ugh. I suppose the idea is you drift around the corners. Let's try that again. So I'm up to 3,000. I mean, it's just silly, isn't it? Let's be honest, guys. This is just silly. This is such a poor replacement for Real Racing 3. It's untrue. I'm ashamed that this won. Let's give it another go. We are coming up to the 2-hour mark, so I'll be glad to end the stream this evening, I'm afraid, because careful. Oh, this is just silly. There we go, look at that, we've got almost 2,000 points, so we've done a lot better, but we're nowhere near that 60,000 points. there we go. That's about as good as I can do. 2,622. There's only 4,000 people in the game. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So this is the winner, and it's just it pales. It just pales into significance. We do have another game to have a go at though, and that is Grid Autosport. So how I do it is how I see it. I see this being where all the weekly competitions are, and the challenges are, and the Grid Autosports will be where the career stuff is. Um, yeah, because this doesn't cut it. This doesn't cut it, I'm afraid. I'm going to carry on with it. It's like the garage bit. And so, what does that mean? It just doesn't feel like the garage in Real Racing 3. You might be hearing me saying that a lot over the coming weeks. And oh, here we go. Here's the customization, which is a bit weird. So I can go to paint, and I think it lists the paint that I've got available. But even though I've won them, I've then got to purchase it for 4,000 credits. It's like, no thanks. No thanks. No thanks. Special colours. Oh, okay. Special colours. Oh, right, okay. So the default is the silver metallic. So again, it's another way of wasting what you've earned, in my humble opinion. Don't see the point. Right, okay. So what else have we got? I think that's it, to be fair. I think that's it. I'll tell you what we've not done. The multiplayer. Now then, look at that. Average waiting time, 5 minutes. I'll tell you what I'm going to do going forward. For those that are interested in joining along, I'm going to create a custom lobby. I won't do that today, but we'll do that the next time that this game is on stream. And maybe some of you guys will want to join in. There we go. I think we've got to end the stream there. So yeah, I think there will be some fun to be had with this game. As I said, this game for me seems to be all to do with the time trials, sort of like some of the events. We've seen there the multiplayer. Might be some mileage with that, but it falls short. As I said, that's one component of what Real Racing 3 is. And then the other component is the completion area, so the career stuff. So I'm hoping that Grid Autosport will fulfill that. And when I obviously did a test on the mobile app that was free, it did look like it would do that. As I said, I do have Grid Autosport on. In fact, let me just see if I can set that up. Now, this is going to be a bit weird, so just give me a moment while I get it up and running. So we need to open that. Let's have a look, see what happens. We'll just do this. We'll get it on screen. I won't play any racing, but at least then you'll be able to see. Now, I've got a wide, ultra wide monitor in HD. So I'm actually going to be playing it on that monitor. And then the intention is to then minimize it down so you can have the game in all its glory. And then down at the bottom, we've got all the stuff at the moment you see down the left hand side. But let's have a look. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it gets on. So, Grid Autosport. Let's kick that game off. Okay, we just loaded up now, and then I'll switch screens. There we go. Right, so oh, let's move that over there, and now let's go there. Have we got it on screen? Is it on screen? No, it's not on screen. Why is it not on screen? Oh, hello, something's happened. There we go. So that's when I'm doing this game, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to play it like this. We'll just get some graphics up on screen so we can see how it looks. You see that? I think that looks all right. What do we think? That'll work, won't it, eh? Let's, can we do a custom cup? Can we do an individual race? I can't remember. Let's move this out of the way. Now I have actually got, I've got a controller. I've got a controller, so I think, oh, hello, what have I done now? There we go. Okay, so I've got a controller, but it's not working. Do I do that? No. What do I use? Oh, I've completely knackered it. Back to the game. Yes, that's what we want. There we go. That's it. Right. So I've got a potential controller. Let's just go in. Rather than do a... Can we do just an individual race? What about time trial? Okay, Brands Hatch. We're familiar with that. Let's just choose a car. This might end up in being a disaster, but we'll just get a quick feel of how it races on a PC. It looks pretty good to me. Now, I'm actually sat in the wrong place, to be fair. I kind of need to go. So the camera follows me around, and then I'm looking at my main screen now. Well, it's not my main screen, but I mean, that looks pretty cool. Good graphics. Let's race. Come on. I've got no idea what the controls are on. Let's just race. Okay, what am I doing? How do I turn? I mean, how cool are those graphics? But I've got no idea. Oh, there we go. All right. Okay. Hey, this is cool. I'm liking this. Obviously, I'm making a bit of a mess, but you get you're getting the idea. This is going to be another one that's going to take a bit of time. I have got a Steam Deck, and I was kind of hoping I could somehow play it with the Steam, as if the Steam is a driving wheel. This feels a little bit weird. But the graphics on this are absolutely awesome. Obviously it's a PC game, not just a mobile game. So I can definitely see this being a lot of fun. But it might take a bit of practicing. Already this feels so much better than Assoluto racing, even though I'm getting errors. We'll just go round this. It doesn't matter. There we go. Let's end it there. There we go. I don't know what we do. Right, how do I... There you go. Right, okay. So I think that's going to look pretty cool, actually. I hope you guys agree. We're going to end the stream there. Yes. But I'm looking forward to giving this a go because it looks pretty cool. That does look pretty cool. I'm not entirely convinced by the controller method at the moment. I was hoping you could sort of do this, and maybe there is a way. I need to look into it a little bit more. But this, I think, is going to be the winner. So we're moving away. We'll end up moving away from mobile gaming and PC gaming. I was also a bit worried because it's just my little old laptop. If it could handle it, and it can, and it's doing it quite easily. So I'm quite happy about that. Anyway, let's quit this. There we go. And let's go back to... There we go. Getting the game off screen. Let's mute the audio. I mean, I did it for the first hour. Right, okay. So a bit of a mixed bag. So basically, the replacements I've chosen is Assoluto Racing. The physics really lets it down, I think. The graphics are good. There are a couple of challenges in the game which look like they're going to be fun. So time trial, multiplayer tournaments, multiplayer racing, those sort of things. Daily events. Looks really good from that perspective. But it feels like half a game. It feels like it's unfinished. It's definitely not as good as Real Racing 3, obviously. Now, what looks like a lot of fun, but obviously we're not going to be getting daily updates. It'll be one of those things, we'll set up career mode and then we'll just complete it. Although it might take a bit of time, is Grid Auto Sports. Now, in terms of what I saw on screen there, that just looked amazing. I need to figure out the best way of doing a racing game on a PC when I obviously haven't got a steering wheel. I really was hoping there'd be a way of connecting it with my Steam Deck, which you can probably just see just behind me to my right. So hopefully there'll be a way. So having that in my hand, racing, I think that'd be pretty awesome. Hopefully as well in terms of the new layout, with me being in the bottom corner, that works as well. Effectively what I've done is gone to a higher resolution screen that's ultra wide, and it just means I can then plonk it on my screen, and you've got me and the bits and the chat bits at the bottom. So hopefully that's going to work okay. Might not. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, we've been streaming now for 2 hours, 8 minutes. Generally speaking, I'd say Assoluto Racing's okay. I just don't see it being as much fun as what Real Racing 3 was. Grid Auto Sports, I definitely see as being a lot of fun, at least in regards to the racing. I also feel I'm starting over again. I've got to relearn all the controls in the game. It's going to take me years. But we'll give it a go. Right. Okay. If you did enjoy the stream, please give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please look to subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube, or follow the channel The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. That being said, I will be back tomorrow, and I will be Real Racing 3, but with a difference, because I'll be going through the worst 5 cars and tracks in the game. It's not a definitive list, but I think you'll like some of the choices. In addition, I'll go through what I consider to be some of the most pointless cars in the game. And as it was touched on, we might go through some of the most expensive cars in the game as well, in terms of what they give you back. Yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow night's stream. Hopefully, you guys will be there. So all that it remains me for to say is whatever is left of your day, I hope it's a good one. Hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, thank you and goodbye.